See, we have seen which party does the remote control program, and it is very evident from the precedents of Congress, where wherever they have ruled, their allegiance is to the family, and no state unit has ever taken a decision single-handedly. So we know which is the party of Dynasts and how they are controlling their entire structure, whether they are in power or whether they are out of power. We saw how their presidential elections were held. A candidate who was much more capable than the current president was projected, but he didn't receive any majority votes. All of them supported the nominee of the family. So we know which party follows the structure of single the dynasty controlling the entire political structure of the party. But on the other hand, we have a BJP that is completely into developmental politics, and you would have seen there is no area of development that is untouched by this particular government, be it infrastructure, education, youth development, uh, minority development programs. So wherever, and also their governments in the states are also taking independent decisions. The MP government was one fine example of that. The number of initiatives they have implemented, the number of policies they have brought for the development of people in the state. So these state and central structure, they are all having their own powers, and they are implementing policies and initiatives for the people, which is something that we have seen with the BJP government in all the states,
No,
or
Vikas,
be it at the center as well.
Mithun Vijay
So,
Kumar, Vikas is only the second aspect. Let's talk about the Sabka Saath. And Nikhil Jain, going by the pitch that Rahul Gandhi has been making about caste census, survey, what have you, the Congress party and all its top leaders should be applauding what the BJP has done in 3 states.
So, Pranesh, there are two things to it. Number one, I need to respond to Mithun's allegation that the Congress party elected a nominee of the Gandhi Parivar. The Congress party, between the two large national parties, is the only party which has an elected president, unlike the BJP. Number one. Number two, there was a fair electoral process. It was 9,000 members of the PCCs, the Pradesh Congress committees, that had voted for Mr. Kharge and for Dr. Tharoor. And Dr. Tharoor did also receive about 1,000 votes, if I'm not wrong. And the Gandhi family had made it very clear that neither of the candidates is ours, and our blessings are with both of them. May the best candidate win. There was a central election authority to say that election was a sham is just like, the BJP MP GVL Narasimha Rao raising questions on the EVM after they lost in 2009. Secondly, when you talk about the OBC and the caste survey and caste census issues raised by the Congress party and the opposition partners, they are talking about genuine empowerment and representation of the disadvantaged, historically disadvantaged.
So, Nikhil Jain, how is this not genuine representation? What makes you believe that this is not genuine?
This is symbolism. Pranesh, this is symbolism. Had they made a strong OBC leader, a strong Dalit leader, it would have been very good. But what they've done is pick out faces that are from nowhere. I'll be very honest with you, Pranesh. I was on national news channels at both the times when they announced MP and Rajasthan chief ministers.
No, I'll tell you what the problem is, Nikhil Jain. In the run-up to the campaign, Congress leader, 1 minute. In the run-up to the campaign, and correct me if I'm wrong here, in the run-up to the campaign, the Congress went after Shivraj Singh Chauhan, called him names, called him corrupt. Now, you're all praises for Shivraj Singh Chauhan, and the Congress is saying, why has the BJP sidelined him?
Pranesh, I am not all praises for Shivraj Singh Chauhan. See, any politician would always have some good traits, would always have some bad traits. The problem is that whatever follies Shivraj Singh Chauhan had, at least he was a man with experience. At least he was one in whose name votes were polled in Madhya Pradesh. Unlike Mr. Mohan Yadav, nobody was polling votes in the favor of Mohan Yadav. Mohan Yadav is not somebody with any significant administrative experience. And Madan Lal Sharma in Rajasthan is even worse. He has never even been in the house. And he is now the chief minister of a state so large. This is ridiculous.
Rahul Gandhi, 1 minute. Nikhil Jain, have you forgotten what Pranab Mukherjee has said in his diary notings, which are now part of a book written by...
Pranab,
1 minute. I'll tell you, Rahul Gandhi was not even part of the cabinet. Mithun Vijay Kumar, when he held that press conference and said that I think this ordinance should be torn up and put in the dustbin.
That was his right as a sitting member of parliament.
Yes. Sitting member of parliament can undermine the cabinet? That became Rahul's right?
No.
That was his right as the sole controller of the party. And he exercised his right very much. And you see, here we are talking about Sabka Saath and Sabka Vikas. If that is the case, then we should look at the numbers. And the numbers are very much evident that this particular government is with everyone. If you see, Pranesh, 31% of the homes built under Awas Yojana are in 25 minority-dominated areas across the country. 37% beneficiaries of PM Ujjwal Yojana are minorities. 33% beneficiaries of PM Kisan Samman Nidhi are minorities. 36% beneficiaries of PM Mudra Yojana are minorities. And the same goes with, bank account access, water access, sanitation facilities, and the list is unending. So the problem here is not lack of sabka saath. The problem is that our opposition doesn't understand the real issue. And so they are creating issues just, out of nothing.
Respond to it, Nikhil Jain.
Pranesh, I don't understand how is the topic of Muslims getting more houses under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana is in any way related to the topic of the debate.
It is related. I'll tell you how it is related, because this shows that the government is working without prejudice. Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas.
That is
in practice, not just a slogan.
The topic of the debate are remote control chief ministers, but let me respond to that. When Muslims got a higher share of social welfare, Mithun ji, please. When Muslims got a higher share of social welfare benefits from the government, when the Congress was in government, the BJP used to say the Congress is a Muslim appeasement party. Now, when the same is happening with the Muslims under the Modi government, now somehow they use it as a point that, see, we are very dharmnirpaksh, we are secular, we are nirpaksh, we are unbiased, and this and that. See, the fact of the matter is that Muslims as a community are more socio-economically backwards than Hindus as a community, which is why Muslims had been given reservations in Karnataka and Telangana. And what the BJP did was shouted at the top of their voices that we are going to remove this reservation just to play into their polarizing narrative. They also know that Muslims are more socially backwards. Despite that, they are wanting to remove reservations.
For the moment, let's leave it at that. Mithun Vijay Kumar, Nikhil Jain, thank you for joining us on Times Now. We're taking a short break. When we return, we'll tell you